starting to appreciate.
All right, so that's a view coming in on the rupee movement. Moving on then, the US Treasury Secretary is on her first visit to India to participate in the US-India Economic and Financial Partnership Summit. In fact, speaking at the Microsoft India Development Center earlier today, she said that India is one of United States' indispensable partners. And Parikshit Luthra, our colleague, was right there present at the event, brings us all the important highlights from that particular event. Parikshit, tell us.
Highlighting the dangers of the Russia-Ukraine war to the Indian government were clearly a priority for Secretary Yellen. She said that stopping Russia's war against Ukraine is a moral imperative and it is a single best thing we can do for the global economy. She also promoted a concept of friendshoring, that is, an alliance of like-minded countries to work together to secure supply chains. This in response to attempts by Russia to weaponize trade and energy against Europe. She also urged India to work closely with the United States and other like-minded partners to diversify supply chains and reduce dependence on China. Speaking about democracies, she said that the world and the global economy is going through a lot of changes, a lot of disruptions, and democracies must adapt and nurture themselves for the future and must reaffirm their commitment to civil liberties, human rights for all minorities, be it at home or abroad as well. She said that US and India will be working very closely on the G20. India assumes the G20 presidency from the 1st of December. And she said that India and the United States and other G20 partners must work very closely on a debt restructuring framework, also on climate action. And she hopes to work with the Indian government during this visit to reduce friction when it comes to flow of data. Back to you.
Parikshit, thanks a lot for getting us all of the details. In fact, let's also listen in to what U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen had to say. Here are those comments.
Our development finance institution is providing America's largest solar manufacturer with up to $500 million in debt financing to build a facility in Tamil Nadu in India. This facility will boost India's solar manufacturing capacity. At the same time, it will help diversify supply chains away from China, which currently dominates over 80% of global solar panel production. Our investments are also consistent with our values. Certain solar panel materials produced in China, like those from the Xinjiang region, are known to be produced with forced labor. And we're already seeing progress. New supply chains are developing across regions from Asia to the European Union. The United States is ready to work with India and other partners to close the global digital gap. As we do so, it's equally important to combat threats to privacy and cybersecurity and attend to emerging problems like illicit finance. It's also clear that economic integration in the 21st century requires a modern international payment system. Cross-border payments should be cheaper than they are today. They should also be faster, more transparent, and easier to access. The G20 has set out a roadmap for enhancing cross-border payments, and we look forward to working with India to deliver on tangible outcomes. This includes reducing frictions to the flow of data.
All right, Graphite India, just keep that on your radar. It is falling sharply as fast as it had gained. And in fact, just trying to digest the numbers, 28% down on net profit on a year-on-year basis, and revenues are up about 19% on a YOY basis. We'll take that forward when we come back. But right now, it's time for a short break or business lunch.